still very warm, and we're staying warm and wet through Wednesday.
The Hatchimals, you know what's new about them? They're going to retreat back into the egg and go away.
Are they?
Yes.
News 13 this morning, weekdays starting at 4:30.
12:10, the markets are closed today for the President's Day holiday. In other business news, despite some Coca-Cola has reported a fourth quarter loss after being hit with a $3.6 billion tax charge to the recent tax laws overhaul. The termination agreement between casino mogul Steve Wynn and the company that bears his name shows he will not receive any compensation and cannot be involved in any competing gambling businesses for 2 years.
And right now, cloudy and low 50s in Asheville at the airport. Wind is light out of the southeast at 6. We'll talk more about who will see the most rain coming up after the break. Just how warm will we be this week, and will we tie or break any possible records over the next 24 hours? I'll explain what I mean next.
Your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, hopefully you soaked up the sun yesterday, because we're not seeing it right now. Just a lot of clouds, and the cloud cover is so thick that it's misting underneath. So it's not showing up on the radar. If you look at your WLOS app, it's not really showing up there, but it's enough that it's going to impact your afternoon. You might want a light rain jacket if you're going to head out to the grocery store or to lunch on your lunch break. And you can see what I mean here by looking at that radar. So we've got this southerly flow. You can see some of these showers popping up, but really just a thick cloud cover is what's going to impact the rest of your day. Asheville's high today is looking great. Low 60s, upper 60s tomorrow, and Wednesday close to 70 degrees. That average high is 52 for this time of the year. So really looking really nice as we head into the next couple of days. And this is what I was talking about, a potential record. So tonight's low forecast is 52 degrees. The record back in 1951 is 50 degrees. So if we get down a couple more degrees, we could actually tie a temperature for the max low, if that makes sense. So it's going to be so mild tonight. Typically, we're in the low 30s, so definitely not what we see in this time of February. Still in winter, folks. Radar and satellite shows high pressure off the coastline, and it's continuing that southerly flow, so continuing to warm us up across the region. This warm front keeping most of the heavier rain to our north. Meanwhile, this is our next weather maker, moving through the central plains and into the southern plains tomorrow. As it works closer to our area on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll see a greater chance for those showers to move through as a cold front associated with that will move through the region as we head into Friday. Still having a chance for some showers in the forecast. Here's 3 o'clock this afternoon. A lot of white on the screen. That shows a lot of cloud cover, so still could see some of that light drizzle underneath the clouds. But notice the areas in our southern mountains and upstate tonight, and potentially up towards Burke and McDowell Mountains. That's where we could see some light showers overnight tonight. 8 a.m. tomorrow, we're seeing some thinning with the cloud cover through noontime and just a slight chance for rain, but don't expect a lot of sunshine tomorrow. And as we move forward, as I mentioned, Wednesday and again into Thursday, those rain chances going to become more widespread. Not expecting heavy rain, but enough that we could see some rain in our rain gauges. So here's our futurecast for our rainfall totals today, and it's going to be very light. And as we head into tomorrow morning, southern mountains could see a bit more than what we're going to see in Asheville, but not a lot of rain. Into Wednesday, there's noontime. You can see the rain begins to fill in across the area. So here's the next 3 days through Thursday morning. We could see upwards of 3/4 of an inch of rain across our area. And it's not too pretty out there at Perry right now. We've got low 50s on our Lester Flooring Skycam network. But notice the difference here. We've got 60s in our western communities and 50s further east. But we still have some cooler air wedged in across the mountains, and it'll stay that way throughout the rest of the day today. So we've got middle 60s, maybe even some 70s in those far western counties, staying in the low 60s, potentially upper 50s we go throughout the day today. Overnight tonight, staying mild in the low 50s with a slight chance for rain, cloudy skies as well. Upper 60s tomorrow, and that trend continues with the warm weather Wednesday and Thursday. Low 70s with scattered showers possible and a couple storms potentially Friday and this coming weekend. So it will be unsettled, Holly, but at least it's going to be warm, well above average, which is 52 for this time of the year.
Oh, wow, only 52. Well, it's not going to be a washout either, it doesn't look like.
It's not going to be downpours, heavy rain, but enough to create some issues. You might just keep out the umbrella all week long.
All right. Children are 12:20, a health alert this noon. The deadly flu epidemic keeps getting worse. There have been 84 pediatric deaths so far. This flu season has been particularly challenging. The predominant strain is known to cause more severe illness than the other strains. 22 more pediatric deaths were reported, bringing the total number to 84. For cancer patients, a support system can make all the difference, and who better to understand than someone going through it as well. That's the idea behind a nonprofit that aims to connect people going through cancer treatment. Denise Tador introduces us to the women behind Chemo Buddies.
No, they're not supposed to be looking in, they're supposed to be looking out.
Cancer warriors Tamara Hunter and Martha Newsom put their ducks in a row as they embark on a new adventure.
Lo and behold, it was the best thing that ever happened.
The two created Chemo Buddies for Life, sort of a Match.com for patients going through cancer. When they first met at the Breastlink Treatment Center in Orange, they felt the instant connection of friendship and a shared sense of humor.
When I saw her, she was bald and she was like bearing it all. And she looked beautiful.
She calls herself a hot mess, but I look at her as a combination of Lucy and Ricky all in one.
They've walked every step of their cancer journey together.
And we both had strong family support. It's not to belittle that whatsoever. No. I couldn't have done it without them either. But the thing is, we kept our whining and our problems between us.
She really was a lot of that lifeline.
Greatly by having someone there with you.
Medical oncologist Wade Smith says having social support like this patient buddy system can improve outcomes and quality of life.
So you find a buddy online, fill out a profile. You don't have to use your real name. Then you get matched up to a patient, survivor, or support person. Hunter and Newsom also offer inspirational videos. Their motto, 3 words.
Humor, man, you gotta laugh. And boy, do we.
And laugh at yourself.
Right. Hope. There is so much of it. And heart. The bottom line, don't do it alone. Don't do it alone.
A Marvel film from the Walt Disney Company blew past expectations to become the 5th highest grossing debut ever. Still to come at noon, how the other movies stacked up at the box office. Well, we all saw this coming. Black Panther set several box office milestones this weekend on its way to a first-place debut.
Rick Damigella has the weekend box office countdown.
Black Panther easily pounced into first place with an estimated 3-day gross of $192 million. That number marks the highest debut ever for a film opening in February and the 5th highest of all time. Black Panther smashed the record for the biggest President's Day weekend opening, dethroning Deadpool's previous record of $152 million. The movie also set a new benchmark for Thursday night preview screenings, bringing in $25.2 million that night alone. Pundits predict Panther is on its way to an estimated $218 million debut for the long holiday weekend. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Black Panther already brought in $192 million. Are expecting it through today, so the full holiday weekend, to reach possibly $218 million, because, a lot of kids and stuff, people off school today.
I just see it all over social media, everywhere I look.
I'm excited to see it. I'm not real big into superhero movies, but this one might be good. Well, the weekend's other new movies, Early Man and Samson, opened in 7th and 10th place, respectively.
We all moved here, so we're all part of the traffic situation.
Buncombe County residents speak out about future development criteria coming up in our next half hour, why it could mean change for some developers hoping to add housing. 24 states are on alert for hazardous weather conditions. What's in store in the coming days?
Welcome back, everyone. This is a live look at our camera from I-26 and Biltmore Park, and it looks pretty good here with the traffic. That's some good news for your lunch break, but still a little foggy. Not too bad, but cloudy at the Jeff Brown Bridge. Decent amount of cars, but no delays if you're heading downtown. A little bit of a breeze there.
Quite honestly, the roads look pretty dry.
They do. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of actual measurable rainfall. It's kind of a mist. just annoying more than anything. Kind of a bad hair day type day. 40 degrees, the Black Mountains, Lester Flooring Skycam Network, cloudy conditions there. But here's the problem. We're seeing some reduced visibility in areas mainly east of Asheville. So if you're traveling through the foothills or down into the upstate or even into the Piedmont, some dense fog possible. So be careful on areas like the Old Fort Mountain or maybe even the Saluda Grade this afternoon. Walking the dog, you can expect some mild conditions. Just make sure you carry that umbrella just in case you get caught up in a shower. Maybe just wear the rain jacket. 54 by this evening, so very warm the next several days. We'll talk more about who will see the most rain out of these next several days, how warm will it be this week, and possible records coming up.
A criteria change could be in the works for developers hoping to add housing in Buncombe County. At today's meeting, the Buncombe County Planning Board voted on a new guideline that would require any development with more than 75 planned units to be subject to a traffic study. The vote came after a public comment session where several residents spoke out in favor of it. As it currently stands, a traffic study is only required if the proposed project includes more than 300 units. The majority of the Planning Board approved the amendment to the zoning ordinance, though 2 members were not in favor of it. Some residents who spoke proposed also requiring developers to hold neighborhood meetings in the area they wish to build. Now that the Planning Board has approved the traffic study revision, it must be voted on by county commissioners. And that's expected to happen sometime in March or early April. The South Florida high school that was the scene of that massacre last Wednesday remains closed. Over the weekend, the first funerals were held for some of those 17 victims. With the mourning process underway, calls for change begin. John Lawrence reports students are taking action. Now, coming up this week, President Trump will be in Florida this Wednesday hosting a listening session on school safety. He plans to meet with students and teachers, but it's still unclear if anyone from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School will show up. Many students are outraged at the president's response to the massacre, including his latest tweets. He tweeted that the FBI is spending too much time investigating Russia and missed warning signs about the Florida gunman. The president will also discuss school safety with state and local officials this week. A series of storms is set to move across the country, bringing an array of hazardous weather, including flooding, rain, heavy snow, ice, strong storms, and damaging winds. Stormy weather has already inundated the western U.S. from Washington down to Southern California and into the Rockies. As the series of storms moves east, 24 states from California to Vermont are under storm alerts. An ice storm warning has been issued for parts of eastern Wisconsin for ice accumulation up to ½ inch. All right, Ingrid, so what can we expect here at home?
Okay, we're seeing some light showers. We're not expecting severe weather, and it's, of course, way too warm for any sort of winter weather this entire week. 53 degrees right now in Highlands on our Lester Flooring Skycam Network. Kind of a dreary afternoon, especially after the sunny Sunday that we had. Black Mountain camera shows 54, and notice that the road is actually starting to dry out there. Lester Flooring Skycam Network. We've seen a lot of cloud cover out there this afternoon, and the cloud cover is so thick. I just showed you what it actually looks like. We're seeing some drizzle, so it's not popping up as rain, but it's enough that's making it a nuisance this afternoon. But here's some good news. It's going to be so warm this week. Right here, this line is 52. That's the average for this time of the year. We're going to be above that. Low 60s today, and my bar graph just goes up and up. Tuesday, 68, and then on Wednesday, back up to that 70-degree mark. So very nice conditions, although we will be seeing some rain showers. Now let me talk about tonight's forecast. We're looking at the potential for a record. This would be a maximum low temperature, 1951. We made it down to 50 degrees, and I'm forecasting 52. So we're only a couple degrees away from that. So it just goes to show how warm it's going to be, not only during the day, but even overnight. That's closer to what we should be as an afternoon high. Typically, we're in the low 30s this time of the year. So continuing to pump in this warm air across the region today. When this warm front's keeping most of the activity to our north, we just showed you the stories of some ice and some heavier rain. Well, that's mainly to our west and north. But we are watching an area of low pressure that will develop over the central plains and move across the country as we head closer to Wednesday and Thursday. That's going to be our next real weather maker. Give us a greater chance for some showers on Wednesday and Thursday too. But we're still going to see a slight chance for rain through the majority majority of the day today. There's 3 o'clock this afternoon. Still seeing pretty cloudy skies through dinner time, slight chance for rain overnight and into your Tuesday morning commute. Most of Tuesday I still think is going to be mostly dry. We could see some sunshine now and again, but still a decent amount of cloud cover, and chance for some showers goes up as we head into Wednesday and into Thursday as well. Rainfall accumulation on our Futurecast model puts it in the southern mountains and up towards the areas like Burke County and all the way up towards Boone, with some light rainfall overnight tonight. That's into 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then more widespread rain as we head into Wednesday. There we go, and into Thursday too. Southern mountain locations probably going to see more than what we'll see back here in Asheville, but overall not a ton of rain. Next 3 days gets us through Thursday morning, 3/4 of an inch at the most, according to at least that one model. Lester Flooring Skycam Network shows a dreary afternoon. This is what it looks like outside in much of the region. In Transylvania County, we've got some light rain falling. And notice the temperature difference here. We still have some cooler air. You can see the darker green in the Piedmont. And further west, it's 62 in Andrews, 62 in Knoxville, low 50s in the upstate. Continuing to warm up a couple more degrees as we head through the afternoon. Asheville 7-day forecast shows upper 60s tomorrow, 70 on Wednesday, and low 70s on Thursday, with scattered showers. And notice how warm it is each and every night, upper 50s to low 50s. Scattered showers and even a couple storms possible Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Back over to you, Holly.
Looking for the most updated weather coverage? Download our News 13 app and stay on top of the weather warnings, advisories, and alerts. It's free. Simply search WLOS in your app store. Now to the Winter Olympics in South Korea and Team USA competing in Pyeongchang. Here's Alex Stone.
Gliding Olympians. The Americans all in medal contention after the ice dance short program. Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue landing in third place, just ahead of siblings Maya and Alex Shibutani. Evan Bates and Madison Chalk in seventh. They'll all have a chance later today when they take the ice for the free dance. Flying Olympians as big air snowboarding makes its Olympic debut. Two-time gold medalist Jamie Anderson soaring through the air with a score of 90 on her second run. She finished in sixth in the qualifying round to advance to the finals later this week, along with fellow Americans Julia Marino and Jessica Jensen. Olympians on a mission. In women's ice hockey, the U.S. gets a rematch it's been waiting for, a gold medal matchup with Canada. They're looking to avenge their heartbreaking loss in Sochi in 2014. The Americans crushed Finland 5-0. Jocelyn Lamoureux-Davidson and Hillary Knight scored 34 seconds apart in the second period to take a commanding 4-0 lead. The U.S. looking to win their first gold medal in 20 years, trying to break the Canadian streak of 4 straight Olympic golds. Controversy in curling, a Russian athlete accused of doping, taking meldonium, a drug to increase blood flow. If a test is confirmed, he could lose his bronze medal, and Russia could have a hard time being reinstated. The country was banned from these games because of doping, but individual Russian athletes were allowed to participate under a neutral Olympic flag.
Well, I guess whatever works. I mean, you don't want to get everybody sick. Not going to be much of the games if you don't have anybody to play because they're all sick.
I would just wave. Sorry. I don't want your fist touching me.
Well, the movie filmed right here in the mountains gets a lot of love across the pond. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri was the big winner at the 71st British Academy Film Awards, winning 5 of its 9 nominations.
3 billboards won Best Film, Leading Actress for Frances McDormand, and Supporting Actor for Sam Rockwell, along with Original Screenplay for Martin McDonagh and Outstanding British Film. The movie, shot mostly in Silva and in Black Mountain, won 5 of the 9 nominations.
Now we're all gearing up for the Oscars to see how well it does.
I'm sure very well.
You don't have much time, Ingrid. You need to watch this before the Oscars.
Okay. Before it gets out of theaters.
That's right. A festival like no other in California. It has everything from Spam Jalaya to Spam Jerky. It's, of course, the 20th annual Spam Festival. That's right, Spam the meat in the can that hit shelves back in 1937. All the dishes are completed, and they compete to be crowned the best Spam dish. The trophy to show for it? Well, the Spamly Cup. People from all over the state gather to take part. Some have been training for months. It's more the king of Spam. That's right. The requirements for each dish: it must be pre-made, reheated there, and able to feed at least 30 people. It's never too early to think about the hottest toys. Up next, the new and brightest items showing up this week in the Big Apple, sure to be on your child's wish list. Today, the biggest and best toys around are on display at the 2018 Toy Fair in New York City.
From dolls to trains to video games, ABC's Ariel Reshef is showing us that toys that could be on the top of your child's wish list next year.
Welcome to Toy Fair 2018!
It's a frenzy on full display. Bam! From tricked out Transformers. Wow. To popular cartoon heroes.
It's Paw Patrol! I have to give you guys a hug!
We joined forces with Toys R Us Kid Ambassador Ariana Gentry to check out New York's famous Toy Fair.
You get to play with all these toys. How cool is your job?
Amazing.
Can we switch? Hey, these are some of the new Barbies. Show me what we've got here.
So this is the Beekeeper Barbie.
Nostalgia becoming new again.
Well, I'm super excited about this.
I'm excited about this one too.
With pint-sized 90s favorites like Polly Pocket.
There's a little hot tub with 2 chairs, so you can put your dolls in there.
I have to say, Polly Pockets have come a long way since when I was a little kid.
And 50 years later, Hot Wheels are hotter than ever.
Did you know that Hot Wheels are the most popular toy in the entire world?
Wow.
Wow. Can you see why?
Yeah, I can see why.
More magic from some of the biggest brands.
Parents, you're going to want to know this. The Hatchimals Mystery comes out in August. There are 4 different species. It's egg roulette. You don't know what you're going to get, but you could get something as cute as this.
And just revealed this weekend, the latest edition of a fan favorite.
Woo! It's a boy!
Bedtime treasures like Moonlight, revolutionizing the way you read to your kids.
And a little toy house and a young mouse.
The Airhawk Supernova drone taking off.
Whoa, bye!
A dynamite debut of toys on the fast track to store shelves.
Oh, lots of fun things over there.
Yeah.
An organization connects volunteers with businesses that are eager to donate extra food.
Coming up, how everyone benefits from the Food Rescue Program. Americans waste a massive amount of food every year, yet there are tens of millions of people in this country who are struggling with hunger every day.
One organization is trying to fix that with a tech-savvy twist. Here's Karen Travers.
We the Pizza is a bustling restaurant in the shadow of the U.S. Capitol, packed with tourists, congressional staffers, even lawmakers. But like most restaurants, at night there's often leftover food, and that's where Food Rescue U.S. steps in.
You know, we're the missing piece.
Food Rescue U.S. is an organization that uses an app to connect volunteers, known as food rescuers, with businesses that are eager to donate extra food. It's really simple. Log on, see what restaurants, farmers markets, or shops in your area have food, and what nearby organizations are ready to accept it.
And for busy people who have busy schedules, it's very nice to be able to look and see what works for your schedule.
Spike Mendelson, the celebrity chef and owner of We the Pizza, says Food Rescue U.S. fits a perfect need.
We love that it goes to someone that in need, that's looking for a meal.
The government has found that tens of billions of pounds of food are wasted in American homes, stores, and restaurants.
Community-minded restaurant owners like Spike Mendelson are working to change that and looking to volunteers who can step in and get this great food to people that need it.
2 trays today.
Beth Beers is a food rescuer. Twice a week, she and her husband Bob stop by We the Pizza to pick up packaged leftover food.
The app makes it really easy to dip your toe into this volunteer effort. It's a really rewarding thing to do.
And it makes a real difference to Shirley's Place, a center that caters to the homeless and hungry on Capitol Hill. Program manager Sheila Wilcox says she's always grateful for whatever donations they can get, but the partnership with Food Rescue U.S. means they can get more than just noodles or sandwiches.
Everybody loves pizza, right? So you can't go wrong with pizza. You get wonderful donations for Thanksgiving, and we appreciate that. But individuals are hungry January through December.
Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Food Rescue U.S. is now operating in a dozen cities across the country, and over the next few weeks, several more will be up and running.
And the possibilities for expansion are limitless as long as there are volunteers like Beth and Bob, because there will always be people, unfortunately, in need.
Sure. Hopefully we can start something like that here.
That would be nice. Let's take a look at the weather. Not so nice compared to yesterday, Holly. We had a gorgeous Sunday, and now we're dealing with the clouds again and some light rain showers on this President's Day. Low 60s outside your door today, upper 60s tomorrow. Just really a slight chance for rain. It's not going to be a lot of rain. I think southern mountain locations could see a little bit more than what we could see in Asheville. But by the time we hit Wednesday and Thursday, more widespread rain. Temperatures, though, look at that, low 70s through the middle to end of the work week. Scattered showers possible on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we also have that threat for some thunderstorms potentially. Not expecting anything severe, just kind of early in the season for that. It's actually still winter. Low upper 60s Friday and low 70s on Saturday, and still warm Sunday. Notice the overnight temperatures so incredibly warm, even warmer than what we typically see for our high temperatures.
Wow.
This time of the year. Typically
you said
we wake
52,
up,
right?
Yeah, 52 is normal. Usually we're around freezing in the morning, so enjoy the warm weather.
It is very reminiscent of spring, isn't it? Even
It
with
is.
the spring showers.
Yeah.
All right, have a great day. We'll see you back here at 5 o'clock.